Hey everybody, this is George. Welcome back to another show, and we're going to go over the market update. The real thing that is happening today, which is super cool, is that the buyers are back. You know the old song, my buyers are back. Just kidding with you. Anyway, here's the thing. Showings are up 38%. Even Redfin is showing a 17% increase in showing requests. And that is super important for you guys to understand, because interest rates have been going ka-chink, 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 back down into the low sixes. I think we're at like 6.09 today. Our running average is, I think the 4-week running average, I believe, is actually in the fives. The key thing to understand is that as interest rates come back down and as we head into the February month, it's the beginning of the spring market, we're going to see continued increase. In fact, Redfin, I think, even said they saw a 17 or 19% increase in showing requests. Why is that important? Well, because if you're watching this every single week, you will know that our market has been doing very well. Even during November and December, historically, our seasonal slower times, since mid-October, we have been drawing down inventory. And we are now getting to the point where we're getting to the just below 2 months of supply. We're getting pretty close to that. Now, understand some of our numbers that you're going to see, because again, we use the same metrics for consistency every single week, single family homes only. You're going to see how this is going to transition. And in April and May, you're going to see probably a flip-flop of our numbers, because our inventory went up, interest rates are coming down, buyers are coming back, and where we started to really slowing down in 2022, we are going to be heading in an upward trend in 2023. And so you're going to get a lot of mixed messages. Anyway, let's get the show on the road here, as they say. So let's see here. Let me get you on our presentation here. There we go. When we take a look at our running 7-day average, you can see that we have 735 homes that are coming on market. But as you take a look at the Pended, right? The Pended are at 1,324. We are still seeing twice as many homes coming off the market for every new home coming on market. Okay, that's super important, because again, as we keep drawing down that inventory, because really at the end of the day, as we take a look at the next slide here, you can see that the active or available, which is the light green, you can see available inventory is back up where it should be. We have that margin where it should be, and historically should be. However, that inventory is only half of where it should be. And you might be saying, oh my gosh, George, look at the dark green, which are the number of solds, right? And then you take a look at the light green. Now, look at this. So even when we take a look at, month over month in January versus February, which again, January was still a great month, you can see we had a massive increase in activity in February, or in January over December, I should say. And then again, when we take a look at just our month alone, we're seeing a massive increase. When you take a look at just the Pended are just a few homes off. Just a few homes off of what it was when interest rates were in the high threes, low fours, whereas today we're in the sixes. The interest rate's still double, but you can see that we're just a couple of homes off. You're going to continue to see the solds continue, that activity of those numbers will continue to creep up. No different than what we saw before. When we come back here, oh yeah, there we go. Remember to like and subscribe. I almost forgot that one. Remember to like and subscribe. Hey, this is one of the #1 news channels for real estate. There's no selling. It's 100% information for you, right? All right, let's get back to the show here. Now, when you take a look at it, solds are 617. So again, when you take a look at the sold and the Pended versus what's coming new on market, hey, that's where we're getting these numbers. And it is going to continue this as we get down into, and as predicted, probably in the mid fives, maybe higher fives, as we head towards the end of Q1. we're starting to see some of that inflation change so that we're getting, well, a little bit better feedback, right? So buyers are understanding and acclimating to where we're at in today's market, which is the smartest thing to do because it is still a great time to buy a home. You have more inventory. There's a lot less stress. However, we are seeing more multiple offers. Take a look at this. So when you take a look at just the new construction, you can see that those numbers, even looking at month over month, have changed significantly so that as we're looking at homes that are coming off market that are basically, yes, they're still very slow to come on market with new construction, and naturally they have to pace it better, but look at these numbers. You're seeing a massive increase just in Pended alone. And that's year over year. It's up 7.1%. Again, last year we were in the high threes, low fours for interest rate. So buyers are realizing this. They're also realizing the incentives from builders. Now, many of those incentives are starting to wane. Builders are now starting to basically cut back on incentives because of the natural increase. Okay, so there are some things to keep in mind. When we take a look at urban versus rural areas, the farther out we are seeing homes being built and including existing construction, those homes, again, because it's farther out, it takes more gas to come in, it takes more time to come in, shopping, things like this, those homes are not recovering quite as well as the more urban areas. When we are seeing the more core areas are definitely on a multiple offer for well-priced homes, okay? It's funny. So we have two new team members. We have Cliff Lee and Christopher Garza. Welcome to the team, guys. Here's the thing. As we were going through and as they're seeing, because they are experienced agents, they're also seeing part of this transition. We had some great conversations about, the different areas that they work in as to what's going on. And the one key thing that each of them noted was the difference between inner city homes versus homes that are a little bit more rural. Like Lake Stevens they're taking a little bit of a beating right now with some of their new construction. However, they're actually also starting to see some price improvements and a greater amount of activity, which is awesome, right? Okay, now, when we head over here, we have bank owned. So with the bank owned, there's some reports out there and it cracks me up. Because remember, when you take a little tiny number, okay, and then you add, an equal amount to that little tiny number, like you take one, and you add one to it, you have a 100% increase. That looks massive. All right, here's the real scoop on, banks and REOs. You can see that our numbers are super tiny, super tiny. In fact, if I had the old chart up where it showed 2008 number of homes available, we come all the way down, man, it's like just a sliver, which sits on the other side. It is like negligible as far as the number of bank-owned homes that are coming on. Why? It's very simple. We have a lot more equity in the homes than what we had just a couple of years ago. Most of the properties are getting sold out on the market, and buyers or sellers are walking away with a little bit of equity so that they can start over again, versus what it was in 2008 through 2013, which was, pretty bad, because we were in a negative equity situation with most of those homes. So it is a completely different element. 70% of the homes that are going to the foreclosure process on their way to become an REO, okay, are actually getting purchased. Why? Because there is equity there. They are able to do things. So we're seeing a abnormally large number of homes actually being bought by investors and never even hitting the REO inventory, okay? REO is a bank-owned, real estate-owned. So we try to keep it simple so people understand that one. And REOs are bank-owned properties in our area. Really, hey, they're not a great value. Hey, I lost the light. They're not a great value. And it's back again. It's magic. And it's super interesting because when you take a look at it, banks realize that we're one of the top 5 markets in the United States. And so they know to do paint, carpet, and vinyl, remarket it at market value, and it will sell. And you can clearly see by the numbers here, that is very much the case. Now, part of that, we take a look at interest rates. Look at that, 6.09% interest rate. That is absolutely awesome compared to a couple months ago. We were like well into the 7.3, and people were just having an utter heart attack, understandably so. We are expecting and do predict that the rates are going to go into the mid fives, higher fives, as we head into towards the end of Q1, first quarter, and then it's going to bump back up. Now, understand, if you're a seller right now, hands down, absolutely best time to come in and get on the market, because the buyers are definitely coming out. Look, we have we have 3 offers that were submitted just in the last 2 days on behalf of our clients. They were all multiple offers. All multiple offers. Sellers, be listening here. Understand, now is the time to be considering this, depending on where you're at in the process of preparing your home for sale. All right? Understand it. Buyers, hey, dude, make sure that you're looking at the seller lost their buyer. That's the back on market. If your agent doesn't know where that is, tell them, hey, I need you to pull these up. All right? If you want more information, no strings attached, ping us. Let us know. We'll fire off a list to you. It's super simple. Anyway, I have a team. We can do these things. Super cool. All right, let's get on to the big one. Look at this. Chen Zhao, right? I think that's how you say that, or Shu. I don't know. Anyway, forgive me, Chen. All right. She says, we expect more home buyers and sellers to gradually return to the market by springtime, but mixed economic news and mixed reactions from the market mean the recovery will be uneven. That is correct. Now, understand, that's super weird. Anyway, understand that you have not only a market segment that you need to consider as being, well, different, but as far as demographics, but also a geographic location, no different than what we talked about earlier, all right? Now, the other thing is Seattle, hey, they get some kudos here. Why? Seattle's downtown living experience rated top 5 in the country, according to Storage Cafe. Not sure who they are, but anyway, they basically said that, hey, listen, you don't even have to leave your zip code and enjoy a latte while experiencing the mountains and the water views and the downtown living and everything else. So they got number 5 for basically downtown living, which is awesome. Seattle has its mixed moments for sure. But again, the Emerald City is an absolutely beautiful place. Anyway, with that being said, I want to wish each and every one of you an absolutely fabulous weekend. And understand, everything that we're doing is for you. This is so you can make the best business decision for when the time is right. Hey, remember to subscribe and share this. If you know somebody's looking at making a move, look, just share the information. It's awesome for them, all right? And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, reach out. We love questions. We normally get back to you within about 30 minutes, except for on Sunday. And in the meantime, I will see you on the next video. All right, take care.